once again. So today I want to talk about something small. I want to talk about the higher highs and the higher lows in trading. So I'm going to share my screen just right here, and this is my screen. So today I want to talk about higher highs and higher lows. So many forex traders have been facing a problem. They are making the analysis. Let me see. Higher highs and higher lows. Alright, so many forex traders find it difficult whenever they are making a setup. Reason, they don't know higher highs and higher lows. And for every trader, a forex beginner, or even you a pro trader, some of the things you should know that ride the market, most of the cases are higher highs and higher lows. How do they work? First and foremost, some of their profitabilities scales, or some of the ways we use them to be profitable. First of all, they will tell the direction of the market. They will tell the direction of the market. For example, when the market is going up, we shall have series of higher highs and higher lows. This is a good indication that the market is going to push up, or the market is pushing up. Another thing could be whenever we trading, whenever we say higher high or a higher low, at times we term it as a break of market structure. So when we are not seeing different higher highs and higher lows in the market, first of all, the market will have a starting point. The market will always have a starting point. Sorry, just locked it. Alright, so whenever we say, for example, this is our starting point. When we are trading, this could be our starting point, and we have this, have the market moving from here down, again going, retracing, pushing. So as a trader, you know, that the market is making what we call higher highs and higher lows. This is a high, this is a high, and we have just a low here. Have a low just here down, and I'm going to have another high just right here up, and I'll call this one a higher high. Reason why I'm calling it a higher high. Reason why I'm calling it a higher high, that it's a high but above the previous high, so I'll term it as a higher high. Another thing, I'll have what we call a higher low, and I'm calling it a higher low for one reason, that is just above the previous low. So as we are trading, we shall be getting continuous series of higher highs and higher lows in what we call an uptrend. So, but when we are downtrending, or when the market is going down, for example, it had a start from this point, and the market is willing to be pushing down. Market is willing to be pushing down like this. What shall we get in a downtrend? Same scenario, just different. Same ideology, just different words and scenario. And in this aspect, we shall have what we call the lower high just right here. We shall have the lower high, and we shall be having the lower low. Sorry, we shall be having the lower low. That this lower high, it is a high but below the previous high, so we shall term it as a lower high. And this lower low, it's a low but below the previous low, so we shall term it as lower low. So this is how we get higher highs and higher lows in the market. So when we go at the charts direct, as we are trading, they can visibly be seen that whenever we are trading, the market will keep pushing. For example, from here going down, we get what we call a lower low. We get a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. So the market will keep pushing like this when it's in a downtrend. So as a trader, how can you trade in such a market? Whenever the market makes a lower low, pulls back, goes back. First thing you can use as a trader to get this market done or to make some money out of the market, you can use trend line to allocate where the possible higher high, higher low, lower low, lower high can be made. So you do like this. You simply draw a trend line from the first lower high to the second lower high, and what the market will do, for example, after here, the market will retrace to respect the trend and it will keep pushing. So after marking this place, you can come, you mark it very well, even the stop loss zone, and we shall have our orders being triggered from here, just like this. So our orders simply could be triggered from there. That's how you can trade lower highs and lower lows. Some scenario in uptrend, an uptrending market, you can still do the same. You can get a push like this, push. So what shall we do? We shall just come here, we draw trend line, wait for the market to pull back to respect that trend line. The moment it respects the trend line, that's where our orders will be triggered at this point. But remember, we are using higher highs and higher lows. We have predicted where the next possible higher low could be made, and that's when we entered our trades. Alright, so it's the same scenario. We can trigger our orders from here. We can trigger our orders from here, and the market will go with them. Yeah, that's how basically we can trade using higher highs and higher lows. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and you can comment what would you like in the next video. Alright, thank you.